One of the most astonishing miracles of the Qur'an isn't the splitting of the moon or a staff turning into a snake. It's something far subtler. It happened with a man named Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab was the Prophet Muhammad's uncle, wealthy, influential, and for over 10 years, the most hostile enemy of Islam. He insulted the Prophet, threw stones at him, paid people to mock him. Everyone in Mecca knew his hatred. Then, 10 years after the Prophet began preaching, a short chapter was revealed. Surah Al-Masad, just 5 verses. Listen to what it says. May the hands of Abu Lahab be ruined, and ruined is he. His wealth will not benefit him. He will burn in a blazing fire, and so will his wife, the carrier of firewood. Around her neck will be a rope of palm fiber. That's it. 5 lines. But here's the miracle. The Qur'an publicly predicted, while Abu Lahab was still alive, that he and his wife would die as disbelievers and enter hell. Think about that. If Abu Lahab had simply walked into the Kaaba and said, "Muhammad, I accept Islam," even as a joke, the Qur'an would have been disproven on the spot. Just one sentence, "I bear witness there is no God but Allah," would have destroyed Islam in its earliest days. He didn't need to mean it. He didn't need to practice anything. He only had to pretend for a moment and the Qur'an would collapse, but he never did. For 10 more years after this chapter was revealed, Abu Lahab stayed the loudest enemy of Islam, exactly as the Qur'an stated. He died in 624 CE, still cursing the Prophet, still a pagan. His wife, Jamil, the carrier of firewood, was known for throwing thorns in the Prophet's path, and she too died as a disbeliever. People later recalled the rope of palm fiber as a poetic description of the painful skin condition that afflicted her neck in her final days. This wasn't a vague prophecy. It named one specific, living man who had every reason and every opportunity to embarrass the Prophet. And he couldn't, because only God can declare the final fate of a person, something no human could ever guarantee. 14 centuries later, historians, Muslim and non-Muslim, agree. Abu Lahab never accepted Islam. The Qur'an's prediction came true, word for word. No human being would gamble the truth of his entire message on the free will of his greatest enemy, unless he was absolutely certain of the outcome. And that certainty didn't come from Muhammad, peace be upon him. It came from the one who created every heart and knows exactly how it will beat until its final moment.